In the 22 years that I've lived in this country, and I'm 22 years old, by the way, I remember there was a time when you can support a different, like you can support whatever party you wanted, and you weren't vilified for it. I remember growing up where I had friends whose families supported George W. Bush when others supported Al Gore. At that point, I was really naive to politics, but we didn't really care. My parents were a little liberal. Some of my friends' parents were a little conservative, but it wasn't a reason for them to cut ties, their friendships and separate, seriously separate their friends. I'm sorry, their children because they were friends. They didn't see that as a actual reason as to why. My mom thought my friends were good kids. Their parents thought I was a good kid. So we got along, and they thought that the political differences was nothing to be to be worried about. It wasn't a reason to end the friendship. Nowadays, you see people ending friendships because just simple of the party they support. When it came to let's say people who started openly supporting Trump, they lost a lot of friendships. If you look up on YouTube, I suggest you look up Vice. Not because I support Vice or anything like that, but look up. They actually did a video about black conservatives and how some of those black conservatives, who actually support the president, how many of them lost a lot of friends because of the fact that they just simply supported Donald Trump. Nowadays, you simply say you're a Republican. If you have liberal friends, you're done. You're done pretty much. I don't know what to say about the right, about the conservatives, because conservatives are a lot more tolerant from what I've seen when it comes to people of different opinions. I've seen videos and surveys about how Republicans are willing to actually have friends who are Democrats in their ranks, while Democrats are not willing to even have a single Republican in their ranks. So it makes me wonder what went wrong. What made people think it was a good reason to end a friendship over a political disagreement? In this case, you start seeing people on the media talking about how it's the conservatives who are targeting minorities, who are targeting women, and yet we have a second model, but not really a second model, but a second beauty pageant contestant who has been stripped of her title over her politics, in this case, supporting the president. So whenever I hear CNN or MSNBC talking about how minorities are oppressed and how this president oppresses people, I look at this and I'm thinking, so I'm guessing Trump took away her title? So that's the thing, is that it doesn't make sense. So in this case, you start seeing how conservatives are being harassed. They're being basically shamed for having an opinion that some people disagree with. So the article's from The Hill and it reads, Ex-Miss Nevada says she was stripped of her title because she supports Trump. And again, there's a picture of her. There's a picture of the woman who was just stripped. I think her name is Katie Williams. And it reads, Miss Nevada 2019 winner Katie Williams was stripped of her title of the head of the National Miss America competition on Saturday and claims she was booted from the pageant because she supports President Trump. Williams, who was 29, was crowned in April, said in a Facebook video that her disqualification was effective as of Sunday. I just don't understand how you can censor someone with conservative values when I'm not even really saying anything that's bad, Williams said in the Monday video. If I had more liberal views, less conservative views, then this wouldn't be an issue. And I'll take a break here. I think it's true. I've actually gotten a lot of problems with some of my professors because I literally place conservative ideologies on some discussions, and then they give me that evil eye. I think it's like, oh my god, I can't believe you're saying those things. I'll continue to go back to this because I think this brings it up. But when I was taking my California class for my major and also for my credential program, the one that I want to go for, I presented a project or a presentation in regards to California's homelessness, and my argument was that it's liberal policies that are implementing something that are basically incentivizing these things to happen. My teacher, my professor, she usually asks questions from time to time to clarify, right? But with me, I can tell she had a clear bias. Every single slide, where you get those sources? Are they relevant? How do you know about this? Well, how can you be sure? And I would be like, because I read it in these sources, I have 5 of them saying the exact same thing. And every single slide, I'm talking about 20 slides out of 20 slide presentation, and every single slide, question after question after question after question. And the other kids, They were just like slide, 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 3 slides, question, 3 slides, question, 4 slides, question. But with me, every single time, so I could tell she had a bias because I was presenting an opinion that wasn't that basically that she was that wasn't in her spectrum, right, of agreement. So, if I presented a more liberal stance on my presentation, I guarantee you my presentation would have gone smoothly. But instead, it was rigid. It was a rocky road. I still passed, but it was a rocky road. I could tell she had a bias, and I think she agreed. I think she's right here. I think Williams is right in the sense that if she was more liberal than conservative, this wouldn't have been a problem. Obviously, this is the video. I do not want to play it because I do not want to get a copyright strike. We can watch it for yourselves as well. I think it's on. You can look it up on the internet. But anyways, let's keep going. Miss America pageant, who wrote in a statement that Williams is distorting the facts regarding the disqualification, adding that their competition is a no politics pageant. It added that officials gave Williams a deadline to edit her pages, but that she refused, proving she is no longer capable of representing this pageant as Miss Nevada. All the pageant asked of Miss Williams in writing is to keep separate social media accounts. The organization wrote, she has her personal Facebook page to voice her political views. However, the Miss Nevada Facebook page should be devoid of political content. I'm gonna take a break here. If this is her statement, then it seems pretty reasonable. I know I'm contradicting myself, but if this is your statement and it's true, it seems pretty reasonable. Because think about it. You do not want to involve politics in what you do. That's why and I'm a huge proponent for that. I don't think that, for example, like when it comes to work, when it comes to being a teacher, I want to be a teacher. I don't care. I don't care if if the subject is about, let's say, the New Deal. My job is to teach students the facts. I'm not going to be saying, well, FDR was a socialist and this screwed over the country. No, that's involving my political opinion into my profession. However, once I take off the suit and tie and I'm home, then I can say, I can't believe they had me teach about the New Deal, which I'm not going to do that. But you get the point. So if this is her statement saying that she involved politics into her Miss Nevada Facebook page, then maybe, and again, if it's true, then it seems really reasonable. But let's keep going. Williams is a vocal Trump supporter. Claims she did create a second Facebook account for Miss Nevada, adding that a pageant official continued to screenshot my page, my personal page, and email me about how she was disappointed and she didn't agree with it, and that I needed to speak with her on the phone. Okay, if Williams said that she made a second page for Miss Nevada pageant, then what the hell's going on? Do you see what I mean? So she says she made one. And if she kept her politics out of the Miss Nevada page, then I don't know why they're stripping her of her title. If she literally followed the rules of competing. Miss America CEO Susan Jeske, or Jesk, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it right. Told NBC News that while Williams did make a separate page for pageant material, her personal Facebook had political and pageant content, which made it a pageant page that put her in breach of the rules. Okay. I keep going back and forth in this. So Williams did make her own from their own separate page, but she also included pageant content. And if it's true, then again, I guess I have to side with the pageant. I don't know, because again, I don't know the rules, but again, usually if it was her own personal Facebook page, if she added pageant content, then maybe it's justified. I don't know, but let's keep going. Williams' profile picture on her personal Facebook shows her wearing a red Trump 2020 hat, and several posts of her profile are of political nature. On Saturday, she posted a screenshot of a tweet she wrote that called Antifa a terrorist organization and its supporters anti-American. And I guess here's a tweet. Antifa is a terrorist organization, period. If you support their cause, you're undoubtedly anti-American. The people of Portland need to take back their city from this group of entitled children with daddy issues. That's pretty funny. But anyway, let's keep going. Earlier this month, she wrote in a post that birth control isn't alright. Men buy condoms, women can buy birth control. Damn. Make a good point right there. Anyways, let's keep going. The news follows Miss Michigan 2019 winner Kathy Zoom, an open Trump supporter, being stripped of her title last month for what the Miss World America organization deemed offensive, insensitive, and inappropriate social media posts. Miss America pageant is a separate pageant organization from Miss World America. Okay, so this concludes the article. My opinion is that if she did make a separate page, then she shouldn't have had her title taken away from her. Okay, apparently she did. However, if she did put pageant material in her personal page, then we're talking about maybe a good reason. I say maybe in the fact that maybe because again, she is a beauty pageant contestant. You know, if we're talking about like her promoting a pageant on her personal page, then I would say sure, that's she's using pageant material on her personal page. But if, you know, for example, let's say she posted a, let's say you know, let's say she posted up on something on her page, right? Let's say, for example, someone tagged her, right? So someone tagged her on her face and like with, you know, Miss Katie Williams, you know, winner of, you know, Miss Nevada 2019, stuff like that, pageant, right? I would say no. It's just they're just mentioning it, but it's not promoting anything. So I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you guys here. To me, it seems a little bit out of the blue in the sense that it looks wrong to me. Because again, I can tell you right now, I haven't even looked at any other beauty pageants or contestants Facebook pages or anything like that because I'm not into that stuff. But the thing is that this has happened to two Trump supporters, Kathy Zhu and then Katie Williams. They're both Trump supporters, so it doesn't seem like a coincidence. With Kathy Zhu, people were saying, well, because of this and this and this. But we have a second beauty pageant contestant who happens to be a Trump supporter as well, now stripped of her title. You can't say it's a coincidence. There's something going on. Now, she says she made her own private page. The organization said that she promoted pageant content on her page, on her private page, compared to the Miss Nevada page. I don't know. I don't know who's really telling the truth here, but again, it seems really wrong. It really does. And I don't know what else to say. Because, I mean, if she did promote pageant material on her own page, on her personal page, then I guess she did violate the rules under those circumstances. But if she didn't, and if they're just making that stuff up, or if they're just trying to make her, you know, trying to promote something or trying to make her look like the bad guy, then it seems wrong. It really is. Like I said, Kathy Zhu was the first one. She was stripped of her title because of her comments, controversial, offensive comments. And now we have Katie Williams. So they're both Trump supporters. I don't think it's a coincidence. Again, people say it's the right targeting minorities and liberals. And in reality, it's actually the liberals targeting the right, the conservatives, right? They're targeting conservatives. Not the right, but conservatives in general. People like Katie Williams, people like Kathy Zhu, people like Ben Shapiro. They're targeting them. Why? Because of the political disagreements. Like I said before, I lived 22 years. From what I can remember, there was a time when you could be friends with someone and still have political disagreements. There was a time when a Democrat would be more than happy to be friends with a Republican. But now, Democrats do not want Republicans as friends, and Republicans, they're the ones who are open-minded. When I grew up, it was the Republicans who were close-minded. It was the Democrats who were open-minded. But now, it's switched. I don't know what the hell happened, but it's switched. Republicans are the ones who want to debate with Democrats. Republicans are the ones that are supporting free speech. They're the ones who are literally don't mind having a Democratic friend. But the Democrats, it's all about PC culture, political correctness. You can't say certain things. You can't do certain things. You know, if you know you're not a real Democrat if you have Republican friends and all that nonsense. What the hell happened? I don't know. But I've lived for 22 years, and I remember clearly there was a time when you could be friends with someone and still have political disagreements. But anyways, that includes the article. That includes this segment. I'm going to be talking about three more segments. Two of them regarding Governor Jay Inslee, and the other one Pete Buttigieg. And then the fourth and last segment is going to be talking about the cream of the crop. It's been on the news lately, and I hope you guys can enjoy it and stick around for those next three segments. If you can't, hopefully you guys can watch those videos at a later date. I'll see you guys next time. But if you are going to be sticking around, I'll see you guys in a little bit.